The lovely people at Colight got in touch over the summer to ask if I'd like to try out a set of their lights. As someone who spends a lot of time on the road, I've found myself caught out in the dark in some pretty rural places and have definitely felt less than safe. A really good set of motorcycle lights is exactly what I needed, so I was delighted to try out the Colight D09 4.5-inch motorcycle lights. They come packaged beautifully in a premium rigid box. Don't mind that I rolled over the box with the bike, it was lovely before I did that. Inside you have everything you need to get set up, including instructions and 2 Colight decals. You'll have your 2 lights which come with a robust amber cover, allowing you to switch between white and amber light. They're built with rugged metal housings, meaning there's a bit of weight to them, but they feel well made and sturdy. You'll also get your handlebar controller connected to the wiring loom, as well as any tools you might need, but it's no harm to have your own too. Or if you're lucky, a mechanic to do it for you. The installation process will be relatively straightforward if you're handy enough with wiring, which I'm not, so I outsourced help. The bike had to be stripped back so the wiring could be accessed. This meant most of the plastics came off as well as the tank. The lights were routed following the existing wiring to keep it neat and tidy. The old lights were removed and replaced by the new one, using the new mounting brackets. These lights can be mounted to any motorcycle. Just make sure that you get the mounting brackets in the appropriate size for your bike. The controller was then fitted to the handlebar, then the light wiring loom was connected to the battery and to the switch live, so the lights only come on when the handlebar switch is turned on. Then it was just a case of testing the lights were working and reassembling the bike. What you're seeing here is drone footage of the old lights. These were some standard AliExpress lights around the €60 mark. They were grand and did the job, but they weren't particularly powerful, and they only had 2 settings, on or off. What you're seeing here, of course, are the Colight D09 motorcycle lights. Clearly, they're much more powerful than the old lights and have more settings. On the lighting button, the first click turns on the main beam, and the second click turns on the daytime running lights. A double click will activate the main beam and the daytime running lights simultaneously. When the main beam is on, pressing the strobe button makes the main beam flash alternately or simultaneously. One thing I realised very quickly was that the high beams will absolutely blind any other drivers on the road, so be ready to switch back to the daytime running lights once you meet someone coming the other direction. The other thing is I think we mounted the handlebar controls too far away from the grips, so I can't reach the controls with the thumb of my right hand. The ideal situation would have been to mount the controls on the left, but my heated grip controls are there. So that means I have to use my left hand to change the light settings, which is fine but not ideal. So keep this in mind when you're mounting the controls. It could be worth rearranging what you currently have mounted on your handlebars, as you might need access to these controls more than the likes of your heated grips. As you can see, these lights are incredibly effective. Even when it's not completely dark, they still provide a lot of illumination. I would be a little bit wary of accidentally turning on the strobe effect and startling oncoming traffic, but that's just a case of getting to know the controls. These would have come in incredibly useful at a few points in the more rural areas in Spain, so I really am delighted to have these on the bike for future trips. I would absolutely recommend these to anyone looking for affordable, robust motorbike lights. The D09 Pro kit gives you the high and low beam options as well as the amber cover and comes in at around €200, and the mounting brackets are between €20 and €25, and if you use the discount code Ali15 you'll get 15% off, which will bring it down to around €190, which is a pretty good deal for these lights if you ask me. If you have any questions about these lights, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. As always, thank you so much for watching.